Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for being here with us today for this talk about what's new in Odoo 15 point of sales. I'm Marius Toussaint. I'm a business consultant at Odoo, and I'm really glad to present you today all the new exciting features that will be available and that you will be able to discover in the brand new version of Odoo. Don't forget to ask your questions in the chatter because there will be a Q&A session at the end of this talk. So the last 12 months, we worked really hard in order to improve the point of sale application. Thanks to a lot of feedbacks we had the chance to collect directly on the field, we've been able to make it better in a user experience point of view. So today, the main goal is to minimize the interaction with the backend application in order for the user to be able to process all his daily tasks directly in the point of sale application. We also focused on the pace because we wanted to make it faster in a performance point of view. And finally, we made it stronger by applying a lot of controls in order to avoid mistakes and inconsistencies.
Yes, thanks, Marius, for this introduction. I'm Cedric, and I'm business analyst at Odoo too. And of course, as Marius said, we collected lots of feedback from the field with the aim to improve the point of sale. To do this, thanks to Connect Plus project, we will able to implement new features and new process in the POS. So if you want further details about this, I invite you to watch my talk about the Connect Plus project, and then you will discover how we will be able to do this.
Thank you, Cedric. Let's jump now in the main purpose of this talk. So, as I told you, we improved a lot of new features, and one of the main features here is the fact that today you are able to start a sale in the point of sale and finish it in to start a sale in the sales application, sorry, and finish it in the point of sale application. So yeah, point of sale application and sales application are now fully integrated. Yeah, you've always been waiting for it, and it's now the reality. That's a really nice feature, but let's have a concrete example together. So let's imagine I'm at my shop and a customer comes by because he wants to buy something, for example, a wooden desk, but unfortunately, I don't have it in stock anymore. And that's a big problem for me because I want to sell him this product. But today with Odoo, that's not a problem anymore. So the first thing to do, my customer comes, I want to register him. So I click on the contact application and I click on create. I will create my new customer. His name is John. So I will create him and I will enter here his email address. So it's john@gmail.com. As you can see, we have the sales and purchase tab here. It's been a bit renewed with different sections in order for you to be able to see to which application each field is linked. So for example, we have the sales part here, but what's important for us is the point of sales part. So I can add a barcode for my customer, so he is now able to get a member card that I can scan in order to identify him faster in my shop. Also, you have a view here on the loyalty points of your customer on his loyalty program. So that's really nice for me. I can save it. And now let's jump into the sales application because I want my customer to buy something. I need to go into my sale application and click on create a quotation sale order. So I will put here my customer, John, and I will add my product. So he asked me for a wooden desk. I will add this wooden desk here. And as you can see directly, a new information of the product page appears. So this is a pop-up that allows you to get a lot of information to allow you to make a better sale, to sell faster, and also give the perfect information to your customer. So here, I get the information that I have 3 versions of my wooden desk, small, medium, and large. My customer wants a medium one, and as you can see, I get an extra price of plus 200 euros on it. Also, I got some available options, which are optional products that I can upsell to my customer if I want. But in that case, I won't do it. So I will confirm it. And as you can see here, I don't have anything in stock for now. So even I got -1 forecasted quantity because I have another sale for this product. So that information is important for me to tell the customer that I don't have it in stock. Also, my customer wants me to add a note to tell him that the product will be available. So I will just add a note here and say, tell when product available. I can click on confirm now. And as you can see here, the status bar has changed. So this new bar has been a bit improved in order for you to have a better view on which state you are. So that's all for this. Now I want my customer to pay a down payment to be sure that when I get the product, he will come and pick it and pay the rest of the order. So now I'm at my shop. I don't want him to pay directly on the sale order. I want him to pay it at the counter. So what I can do is jump into my point of sale application, click here on continue selling. So my point of sale opens. And here, as you can see, we have a brand new button, link quotation order, that allows me to bring back my sales orders directly into the point of sale. So if I click on it, I can see I got all my quotation and I can directly search for my customer, John, and select the number 26 here that I just created. So I select it and I want to apply a down payment on it. So I will click on down payment here, and directly a pop-up appears asking me to put the percentage of the down payment. I want him to pay 10% of the full order, so I will just click on this +10 button and click on OK. As you can see here, we get this new line on the order with the product down payment. Also, you get all the information about the order. So that is the sale order number 26 and the product that is linked to that order. I want my customer to pay it, so I ask him to pay. He wants to pay by cash, that's no problem, but also he wants to be invoiced. So I click here on invoice. I can validate. Here you can see the invoice is directly downloaded. I can send him by email or even print it for him. But in that case, I will just close it. And let's imagine that we are 1 week later, I received my product, and now I call my customer because he asked me to call him when my product is there to come and pick it and finalize the payment. So again, I will have to click on this link between quotation and order and take again my sale order here. I click on it and I can click on settle the order now because I don't want to make a down payment anymore. I want to finish this order. I click on settle, and as you can see, we have this line with the product that is at 1 unit and the information on the sale order and also the note I did put on the sale order. So it's directly imported into the point of sale application. Also, we get minus the down payment because we don't want him to pay the down payment again. So the total is correct like this. I ask him to pay. Again, he wants to pay by cash. No problem. And he wants an invoice again. So I click on invoice. And I validate. Again, the invoice will appear. I can close it. And that's it for the point of sale application. But what happens in backend? Let's have a look at this now. So I just go back into my backend application and I need to refresh the page to see what happened. As you can see now, we get a second line on the sale order with the down payment that has been paid. This line is automatically added and fully integrated, so the down payment is added on the sale order. But also, you can see that the wooden desk has been delivered in one quantity and also invoiced. What's most interesting for us is this new smart button that tells you that some things have been transferred to the point of sale application. I can click on it. And here you can see we have two shop order references. The first one here is for the down payment. If I click on it, I get the link to the invoice directly from there, and I can go back to the sale order also from this smart button. And I have the other shop order which is the one for the final payment and the product. So you get the wooden desk minus the down payment, as I told you, and you get the link directly to the invoice from there, and also the link to the sale order. But also, what you can see here is the fact that you get a picking. So the picking is in status done, and it's perfectly integrated.
Hey, Marius, just one question. Why there is one picking for the POS order, and what happens with the picking linked to the sell order?
Well, good question, Cedric. Thank you very much for that. Actually, we get a picking for the sale order too. But what happens is that when the picking for the post order is confirmed, then the picking from the sale order, as you can see here, is directly canceled. So perfectly integrated. This picking won't have to be done actually. So that's perfectly integrated for us. So that's it for that part. As you can see, this is a brand new revolution, but it can be used in a lot of other use cases. For this, I invite you to follow my other talk about how to manage your full sales process with the point of sale application. We will discuss totally different use cases, and we'll be able to see how deep we can push it to get new processes. So that's really, really nice. Um, Beside this brand new revolution, we also added and improved a lot of other possibilities, a lot of new features. These features might seem small, but put all together, believe me, they are really a game changer. So the first one I want to talk to you about is the possibility to get several barcode on one product. For example, I have one wooden chair, and I get one barcode for one wooden chair, and the other wooden chair has another barcode. Or I could get some packagings where I use 4 wooden chair in one packaging, and this packaging will have a special barcode too. So let's see together how it works in Odoo. Okay, let's have a look together at how it works in Odoo. So as I told you, I got my product. So I want to go in my point of sale application, click on product, and take my wooden chair. If I go here, I can see I got my inventory tab. I click on it, and here I got the packaging section. So for this example, For this example, I got my pack of 4 that contains 4 units and an alternative barcode for only 1 unit. So it's a unique one that is used for only 1 unit. Let's have a look at how it works in the point of sale application. So if I go into my point
Hey,
of sale,
Marius,
yeah,
can I see the barcodes for these packs?
you want to see the barcode of these packs? There's no problem. I can just click on the 3 dots here, click on barcode, and as you can see, we get different barcodes for this packaging. So no problem. If I click here, now I'm in my point of sale application, and I will be able to use the barcodes to uh, to scan them. So for example, I will scan first my pack of 4. So it should add me 4 units of my wooden chair. So if I scan it, perfect. We got the 4 units. Now, if I scan the alternative barcode that contains only 1 unit, I can scan it. Yes, perfect. It works. Sometimes it takes a bit of time for my product to work, but as you can see now, I got 5 units of my wooden chair. So that's really nice. The problem is that sometimes I don't register my barcodes into my product form. So I don't have it in Odoo, and Odoo doesn't recognize it. That's the case, for example, with this barcode. If I scan it, Odoo tells me I don't know this barcode. So what I can do is just go back in my backend application and add a line with the new barcode. So I will create new barcode, one quantity, and what I can do is directly scan this barcode, and it's entered perfectly. So I can save it, and now I will be able to scan this barcode in a point of sale application without any problem. So this is the barcode is a product information that is really useful, of course, and sometimes product information can be useful for your customers too. So today you won't have to go back in the backend application to look at all your product information. We integrate it directly into the front-end application. Let's have a look at how it works. I'm here in my front-end application, and I will select, for example, my wooden desk. Here, directly a new pop-up appears. This pop-up gives me a lot of different information. They are useful for you yourself, but also for your customer. Let's have a look. So we got the name and the barcode, and also the price and the VAT here. Then we got a lot of other different financial information, such as the price excluding the VAT, the cost of your product, and the margin. Also, I get the different prices from my different price list. I used to have a VIP price list for my VIP customers, which are my best customers. So I use this price list with products with different prices that are a bit less than the public prices. Then we get some inventory information. For example, my customer wants a product, but I'm here at New York and I don't have it in stock, as you can see. So what I can propose to my customer is to go to the San Francisco shop to get it, because I can see here that in San Francisco, they get 9 units available. So that's really nice for me to tell my customers.
Hey, Marius, I don't want to go to San Francisco because I live in New York. So how can I get this product easily?
Yeah, that's no problem today. As you can see here, we also have the replenishment information. This replenishment information allows you to know who is your vendor, but also how many days you need to get replenished. For example, if I know that this time I used to buy my product at Wood Corner, it takes me 5 days to receive it. So I can tell directly my customer, okay, I can be delivered in 5 days and you can come back in 5 days to pick the product. There's no problem. So other information are the information about the attributes. So my wooden desk can be sold in a small version, medium, or large one. And also we get the optional products that we can use for upsells to our customers. So when I sell a wooden desk, I like to sell also a wooden chair. So I can click directly on the wooden chair. And as you can see, I can access the wooden chair easily like that. So that's really easy for me. Okay, now we know that we have a lot of product information that help us to make better sales, but what about the sales itself? Let's have a look at the different new features we have. And for example, the first one I want to show you is the possibility to have different coupons. These coupons can be used directly to sell your customer to reward your customer with loyalty programs like that. So let's have a look in backend how it works. Okay, I'm here in backend, and as you can see, I can go in my point of sale application, click on product and coupon programs. Here I got my 10% discount coupon program. What I can do is say I want to apply a discount percentage of 10%. I want this discount to be applied on the full order, and it will automatically create 10 coupons, because I want it exactly 10 coupons that I can send to my favorite customers to be rewarded. So for example, we got these coupons. I will send this one to my customer John here, and then he will be able to print it directly from home and to get this code. This code can be printed as a barcode. In my case, I will just copy it. And I can go in my point of sale application. If my customer comes back, let's say 10 days later, and he wants to get some to use his coupons, what I just have to do is to click on this enter code and then put the code of the coupon like this. I can click on OK, and directly the coupon will be applied. Let's have an example. He wants to buy a wooden chair. If I click on it, you can see that directly the 10% discount can be used. I can click on payment He wants to pay by cash, and I validate. A coupon is unique, so if I enter again the same code for this coupon, Odoo will tell me this coupon has already been used, so I can't use it anymore. You can also use promotion programs, and these are codes that can be used a lot without any limit. So as long as it's active, of course. So that's it for coupons and promotions. But today we also have a new thing that is quite nice, and this is the possibility to get gift cards. My customers often, they come to my shop and they ask me, is it possible to get a gift card for a friend of mine? It's his birthday and I want to offer him the possibility to buy something in your shop. No problem today. As you can see, we got this gift card button here. And if I click on it, I can click on generate barcode. It will directly generate a new barcode for the gift card. So I can click and my customer wants 50 euros gift card. I can confirm. Click on payment, pay by cash, and click on validate. Now my gift card is there. I can send it to my customer, or also I can print it and give it in his hand. So no problem. I will close this one. And what I will do now is imagine that my customer comes to my shop, not the same customer, but his friend who's been offered the gift card. And he comes to the shop and wants to use the gift card. So what I can do is just scan the gift card product like this. And as you can see, you directly get the minus 50 euros that it can be used on the full order. So that's perfectly nice for my customer who knows that he get the minus 50 euros and he can use it to buy anything in my shop. So yeah, that's really convenient and really nice for my customers.
Hey, Marius. I saw you sold big products such as desks and so on, but I don't have any space on my car with them to bring it back to my home. So could you schedule a delivery or something like that?
Yes, Cedric, thank you. Today it's totally possible. We have the ability to today deliver our products later to our customer home. So what I can do is set my customer Cedric directly on my order. So I click here on customer and I put Cedric here. I set Cedric and I can sell him, for example, my wooden stool. So he asked me to bring it directly to his home. I can go to the payment page. He wants to pay with the payment terminal number one, no problem. And then I can click on this ship later button. This will allow me to find my delivery order in the inventory application. Let's have a look at this. I validate. I go back here and now I go back into my backend application here and let's go into the inventory application. I click on it and here you can see I got 17 delivery orders to process. Let's click on it and have a look. I can find my customer Cedric Thierry just there. I can click on it and as you can see here we got the delivery order for the product wooden stool. My customer Cedric wants me to bring it 5 days later, so I can edit it and now I'm able to change the date. So I will put it on Saturday for him because he asked me to come on Saturday. I can save it and I will be able to validate it once once the delivery has been done.
Okay, thanks, Marius, for this demonstration. Um, but it's not only the only change we have on this point of sale application. Today, I will show you another use case that are now possible with the new features we implemented with DM to manage some several different use cases. So let's go on the backend application with DM to check how it works. The first classical use case, is the use case in which the customer will just buy a product. So to do this, I can just open my POS application, switch my tab like this, and then I will simply sell a wooden stool. No problem. I can request for the payment. The customer would like to pay in cash, and I can just validate it if I want. The customer will ask me an invoice. So I will select the invoice, select the name of the customer, it's Azure Interior, and set it's an invoice. But the customer is not sure about the product he will buy. He will be sure that he can refund the product if it doesn't suit him. So to do this, I will explain that all of our terms and conditions are hosted online. So he can consult this term and condition directly on the invoice. So I validate it, the invoice is generated, and at the bottom of the invoice, you can see a link with the terms and condition. This term and condition can be consulted online, and I will just check it on my website. So as you can see, it's fully integrated with the website application. All of the relevant information regarding the terms and conditions are very easy to understand here. If I want, I can edit them. So no more paper are printed on the invoice, and all of the terms and conditions are always up to date for our customers. So it's a very good integration with the website application. So now, unfortunately, the customer is not happy with the product and would like to return it. No problem. I can go back on my POS order, on my POS. The customer comes back 3 days later, and then he just wants to refund it. How to do it? I will simply use the refund feature here. If I click on this button, Odoo shows me this new screen. This new screen is very important because it merges lots of information. Basically, you can see all of the past orders. So here you can see that Azure Interior buys something uh, previously. But I can see all the active orders I've made during the session. And then for each order, I can click on it and check the content. As you can see, the right screen, the right part of the screen is inverted with the aim to avoid confusion with the basic sales screen in which the panel is on the left. So here on the right panel, I can just reprint a receipt if mandatory, but the most important feature here is to manage the refund. So what I can do, I can select one product to refund and then select the quantity to refund. If I click on one here, the refund quantity is highlighted in green, and then I can process the refund like this. If I click on it, I'm back at the basic screen, and on the left, I can process the payment, the reimbursement. In this case, I will simply reimburse him in cash like this.
Okay,
And
okay,
that's it.
Cedric. You're able to refund by cash, but in my case, it's not interesting because I don't like to give cash to my customer. Am I able to do something else?
Yeah, no problem. As you explained previously, Marius, you can use the gift card with the aim to reimburse the customer. Thereby, the sale order will be zero, and the customer will be able to reimburse, to reuse this gift card later, and then the turnover of your shop will be increased like this. So, of course, you have different way to reimburse the customer. So now I will just finish the refund. And of course, my stock are now up to date. My cash drawer is up to date too. So everything was fine. Everything works perfectly. But it's not the only thing here. In the backend, we did also lots of improvements. I will show you some improvement we did regarding the POS order. If you go on the POS application, on the orders, you will find all of the orders available in my shop, and then I can check all of the orders if I want. Let's say this one, and I can see that the margin is negative. So I will check it, and I can see the details. Okay, because this POS order has a negative margin in currency and percentage, I will be able to update the cost with the aim to be profitable. So to do this, I will simply open the product using the product menu, and then I go on the wooden pen. So currently, my cost is quite high. My sales price is not high enough, so I can increase it like this. As you can see, directly the system will compute the price tax excluded. Thereby, I will be able to compare it with the cost and check if my margin is high enough. In this case, I'm satisfied. And now I will take the advantage to present you all of the new features in this screen. The first thing is that we redesigned everything on the screen. For example, the most important information are displayed on the General Information tab. In this case, we have the product type, the invoicing policy that are very important concepts in Odoo. And with them, to be sure that it's fully understandable, we describe it in words. So depending on the product type and invoicing policy you choose, the system will explain you the behavior in Odoo. But it's not yet. We have some other information about the sales. So under the sales tab, we have the point of sale section in which you can set the available inputs, define the category, select if you want to wait with scale, and so on. And the last feature we created on this new form is very important. It's the favorite star here. You will be able to star the products with DM to present them at the first position on the product list. So if I go back on the product list like this, you will see that all of the star products are the first one. But there is another behavior behind this favorite star, because we also increase the performance with this feature. For example, for the products, now if you have lots of products, the problem is that it will take a long time to load in POS. But now with the new version, we have a new system that allows you to define the number of products to load in the POS. By default, it's 20K products. And the first product that will be loaded are the favorite one. Then Odoo will load the services. Then Odoo will load all the products recently moved. And finally, Odoo will load all the products recently updated. And then if you have more than 20K products, the other products will be loaded when the session is running. So thereby you have all of the needed products to make a classic basic sales. But if you want to use a product, the system will directly load them on the fly. So it will increase the performance very fast. And then we have the same process for the partners. Regarding the partners, of course, the conditions are a little bit different. It means that we are based on the orders count with the aim to load only the most loyal customer. And then to reach the limit, the partners are loaded from an alphabetical order. And this will very increase the performance a lot. But it's not the biggest feature in Odoo, of course. The biggest revolution comes with the account apocalypse. If you remember the V13, we redesigned all the accounting process. And for the version 15, we did the same in the point of sale application. Basically, all of the payments we are reviewed with the aim to cover more and more use cases. So I will present you how you can configure the payments and what's the impact in the accounting. Okay, so from my backend, I can define the payment method here. In my shop, I accept different payment methods, so I configure 5 payment methods here. The most common method is the cash method. Basically, I just name this method as cash, and I defined a journal coming from my accounting. It means that all of the cash operation will be booked on my cash journal in the accounting. I have 2 other payment methods regarding my payment terminals. So for this payment terminal, the provider will wire the money on my bank account the next day. So I define here the bank journal as a journal. But with the aim to improve and to ease the work of my accountant, I defined a specific outstanding account. It means that all of the payments recorded in the session will be booked on this account by the end of the session. Thereby, the reconciliation will be very easy for my accountant. And I did the same thing for the second terminal, but I use a specific other outstanding account. Thereby, all of the 2 terminals are well separated. I also accept wire transfer. To do this, I set again the bank journal because the money will be will be wired on my bank account, of course. But with DM to ease the work of my accountant, I take the identify customer. Odoo will force me to set a customer when I will use this payment method. Thereby, the reconciliation will be easy after the closing process. And finally, the most important payment method is the customer account. Of course, most of my customers are well known, and I accept to pay to get the payment later. But I don't know how they will be able to pay me. So to do it, I just empty the journal box here, and then I checked identify customer because I have to know who has to send me some money, and I will use it during all my transactions. Um, okay, so let's do it in the front end with them to check the impact on the accounting. So if I go back on my POS application, I will be able to use these different payment methods. So for example, we'll create a first one with a payment in cash, like this. We'll do the same for the second one, the same product, and I will use the payment terminal. Then I will do a third one using my wire transfer, and I can validate. And in this case, Odoo will warn me that the customer is required for this payment method. If I click OK, Odoo redirects me to the customer list, and I can select, for example, other interior. So I have to use a customer for this payment method. Can validate it in your order. And then the last one is the customer account. I will use it, validate again. I have to select a customer. So I will select, in this case, my loyal customer. I can search it and then set the customer like this. Okay, new order, and that's all. So now my workday is over. I can close the session to post my entries. Okay, I will close my session like this. End of session with DM to trigger the cache control. Post the entries. Let's assume that there is a difference in my cache, not a problem. And then my session is closed, and I can check my journal items. So here, I will be able to retrieve all of my accounting entries. And the first one I booked is the cash. So here, as you can see here, you have a cash entry related to my cash journal, which is directly matched. It means that everything is perfectly booked and there is nothing to do for this sale, it's paid. The second method I use is the payment terminal. Again, it's perfectly booked on my receivable account with a matching number. The third method I use is the wire transfer. Again, I can see that everything is booked, but I can check again the partner, and the partner was set is other interior. So for my customer, for my accountant, it will be easy to find the payment that I will receive on my bank account. As you can notice, the difference between the payment terminal and the wire transfer is the outstanding account. For the wire transfer, the system use the account set on the journal, and then for the payment terminal, it use the account set on the payment method itself. And the last one is the customer account. So if I check all the sales, I will see that we have a sale regarding the loyal customer, and then this one is not booked. It means that this customer has some open payments for me, and then I will expect to receive the payment later. Okay, let's imagine that this customer comes back at the shop. I would like to pay his due amount. So to do this, I can simply reopen the session, go back on the post session like this. It's quite fast to load thanks to the performance improvement. And then when I start a new session, we can define the starting amount in my cash drawer. So I can define the amount and define set some notes if there is a difference, whatever. Let's imagine that we start with 0. And then the customer comes at the shop and he would like to know how much money he owes. So to do this, I can search my customer on the customer list. I find it, it's my loyal customer, and I can see that 80 euros are due. If I want to see the detail, I can click on Open, and Odoo redirects me directly to the customer form in which I can see the detail. So if I go on the partner ledger, I can see all of the operations for this customer, and I can check the balance, and I can see this past transactions and so on. And in this case, only 80 euros are open. It's my POS order from yesterday. So let's back to my POS. And here I can get the payment directly by clicking on the amount. Odoo proposed me the different payment method, and let's say it will pay in cash. To do this, I can simply validate, and the customer account is now balanced. There is no more due amounts for this customer. Another thing I can do is the cash in, cash out.
Okay, Cedric. Thank you for all this accounting discussion, but it makes me a bit hungry, to be honest. What I can do, I want a sandwich.
Okay, no problem. If you are angry, we can directly take some money from the cash drawer to buy something. Let's imagine that we have to cash out some money with them to pay the sandwich. To do this, I will just set the amount, and the reason is lunch for Marius. Okay, I can confirm it, and the system will directly tells me that the cash out was directly made. Okay, well, by the end of the day, Marius is satisfied, and I have to tell what I have to do with this amount. So during the closing process, I will be warned that there is some cash in the cash drawer. So I close the session, I post the entries, and the accountant can use the cash register screen with the aim to allocate the lunch. So here, the cash statement is in processing state, so I can reconcile it. By clicking on it, Odoo will propose me to reconcile it using an expense account because I previously configured some reconciliation model with the aim to ease the work of my accountant, and then I can validate this amount. Close the statement is validated, my job is done, so it's fully done. No need to do something more. Okay, perfect. So as you can notice here, thanks to this payment revolution, we are able to cover more and more use cases. We can cover easily the refund. We can cover the different payments method easily using specific accounts. We can use the open balance for customer. We can pay this opening balance for each customer in the POS directly. So we really improved this, and now I hope we will be satisfied with this, and it's time to conclude with Marius this great session.
Thank you, Cedric. Thank you for the sandwich, but also thank you for this amazing talk part about how Odoo has been improved in a payment and accounting point of view for the point of sale application. As you may have understood, we really worked hard to improve this point of sale application in order to ease all your process, make it faster. You are now able to manage your full sales process between sales application and point of sales. You can use coupons, use different barcodes, and everything is perfectly integrated. So don't forget to watch the Q&A session and be there. That was Cedric and Marius for Odoo. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for watching, and welcome in this Q&A session. I'm here with Cedric to answer all your questions today about this talk about what's new in POS. So Cedric, I propose we start.
Yeah, let's start with the question. So first question from Miriam and Regis. Is it possible to create sales order from POS?
Yeah, actually, it's not possible. It's not the goal to create a sale order directly from the POS. The goal is to create a sale order in the sales application and import it in the POS application.
Okay, clear. So second question from Ahmed. Does it work offline? And If yes, what will happen if it will be connected again?
Okay, so yes, as usual, the point of sale application works online, so offline, no problem. You can use it when you lose connection. What will happen is that it will synchronize everything that has been done offline when you come back online, so no problem at all.
Okay, thanks, Marius. Next question from Ahmed 2. How to enable Qre Code on POS invoices?
Yeah, no problem to enable that. So there's a configuration in the accounting settings. So you just need to configure it and enter the good information about bank account, etc. And then it will be possible to generate the QR code. So
You know
no
that the
problem.
Qre Code is only available for European Union because you have to manage a bank account with an IBAN and with a big code. So the QR code will only be printed under these conditions. Okay, so next question from Remsro. How can we handle credit billing in POS?
No problem at all. So it's possible by refund. You just need to click on the refund button, and you will have this new screen on the right part of the screen, and the credit billing will be happening. So no problem at all, as you've seen in the talk.
Okay, a question regarding the inventory now from Paul. Is it possible to sell products that we don't have in stock without using the sales backend?
Yeah, it's possible. I think Manuela already answered it in the chat, but actually there's one information more that I can add is that you can use the button ship later that will allow you to ship the product later to your customer. So in that case, the product won't go out of your stock directly. It will be out of your stock when the shipping will be done. So no problem.
Okay. Next question from Nelly, Mustafa, and Roberto. Can I hide the cost and margin of product information?
It's not possible to hide it directly from the product information. So the only possibility is to not enable the product information in the POS. But don't forget that this feature is not available for your customer for the customer screen. It's only for your information. So if you don't want maybe your employees to see it, you don't need to enable this option.
Yeah, to go further, it's not possible to customize the screen with Studio, unfortunately, because the POS is not the same technology behind. So Studio is not available in the POS, obviously. Okay, next question from Ryan. Is the POS product configurator being fixed in V15?
Yes, it is. There is a whole new screen for the product configurator, so no problem at all.
Okay, great. Question about the integration with POS and manufacturing from Kevin and Nikki. Can I trigger manufacturing orders via POS and use the MTO route?
No, again, the goal is not to create sales orders directly within the point of sale application. So you can do it in backend. It will create the manufacturing orders, and then you can finish, of course, the sale order in the point of sale application. So no problem.
Question from Ub. Is it possible to pay with a part of the gift card just to pay the balance and use it later?
Yeah, sure. It's totally possible. So if you have a 50 € gift card, you can pay 25 first time and then some months later use it again to pay with the rest of the gift card amount. So again, no problem.
But you have to regenerate a new gift card.
Yeah.
Okay. About the gift card, is it possible to customize the layout?
Yes, it is, because there's a studio model behind this and you can change the paper format, etc. So yeah, again, studio can be used in that way.
Okay, about the integration with Repair, is the POS linked to Repair? Question from Tarek.
Yes, it can be.
Not from Repair, from field service.
From field service, yeah, sorry, but not from Repair directly.
Yeah, basically the integration with field service is done from field service to the POS, because basically when you mark as done a task in field service will directly trigger the delivery. So the integration here is that we will not trigger this delivery, and then the delivery will be done in the POS. So that's the link between the two applications. But it's not linked to the repair application, which is more internal application to repair your own devices. Okay, next question from Anas. Can we set a different price on the packages?
Price on the packages, can that be set, Cedric?
Yeah, it can be set because now the packages are imported in the POS with the aim to manage the multi-barcode. And of course, you can define some different prices and different number of product in the package, obviously. Is there a question from Musa? Is there any option we connect with waiting scale? Integration with the IoT box.
Yeah. With the IoT box, it's totally possible to connect weighing scales directly into the point of sale application. So perfectly integrated, no problem at all.
Not really a question, but just a good remark from Joseph. You can notice that the POS interface has been a lot improved, and now you can do more than you can do in the previous version. And of course, it means that the cache control was improved. Question from Roberto. It complains about the bugs in the cache control in V14. Is it fixed now?
Yeah, it is. And everything is also possible to do directly in front end. So yeah, completely fixed.
So yeah, the purpose is to avoid using the backend for all the post operations.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, great. Maybe we can jump in the accounting part.
Yeah. Cedric, maybe I'll ask the questions because you will be the one answering. I see that Nelly asked if discount does generate a negative line in an invoice, or does it recalculate the original amount?
Yeah, a global discount will generate a negative line on the post order, and obviously when you will create the invoice, it will create a negative line on the invoice too.
Yeah, thank you. Manuela now asks if you can customize the point of sale receipts.
Unfortunately, no. The POS receipt is static, basically because there is no paper format behind this, because the length, the height of the receipt is flexible depending on the number of products you have on the receipt. The receipt can be greater, or maybe it could grow infinitely, and no, obviously you cannot customize the content. What you can customize is the footer and the header.
Yeah, thank you, Cedric. Lauren asks if it's possible to reimburse the client directly by card, bank, and not by cash.
Yeah, in the refund process, you can use any payment method you have available in the POS.
So it will be possible also by a check or something like this.
Yeah, you can define the payment method you want to pay or to reimburse. It could be checks, cost checks, it could be bitcoins, it could be other currencies, whatever. You can use what you want, and you can link this payment method to a journal or not in the accounting. So depending on the configuration you want to do, it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah. We saw questions about payment method. I don't remember who asked that. But yeah, the question was if it was possible to use eco checks and bitcoins, and yeah, it's possible totally. You can create any payment methods directly into the point of sale application, so no problem.
Okay, question here from Karen about the access rights. Are the product info subject to access rights?
No, they are not. If you enable them, anyone that has access to the point of sale application can see them. So.
Question about the real-time stock. What are the disadvantages of the real-time stock?
Yeah, the problem is that when you go offline and that Odoo is still working offline, sometimes you may have problem with the stock. So that's why we don't recommend to go in real-time stock.
Yeah, basically, if you want to work offline because you have networks issue, whatever, it's not advised to enable this feature. Okay. Okay. Pass all the questions. There are lots of questions, of course. Can the client know how much it's remaining in the gift card?
Yeah, without any problem by scanning it.
Yeah, and it's printed on the layout, obviously.
Maybe I have a question from Roberto here. He says it's now possible to select a lot number from the point of sale with a fraction number, and it's an invoice from a point of sale. Is it possible on the invoice to show the lot number?
Not possible on the invoice, but because the lots are more on inventory information. So basically, the invoice is not the purpose of the invoice is not to display the serial numbers. So if you want to provide the serial numbers to your customer, you have to print them from the stock move that is created from the post station, and then you can print the delivery slip in which you can display the serial numbers and lots number.
Okay, quite complete. Another question from Tarek. When is Odoo point of sale or sales going to be integrated with Bitcoin or crypto?
It depends what integration means. Basically, an integration is a link between two systems. Here, what you can do if you want to receive Bitcoin to be paid, you can use a Bitcoin payment method you can define, but there is no integration without any other systems.
True. I see also Jean-Marc, who is wondering if it's if the weighing scale integration is legal in Europe. Definitely, we don't allow illegal stuff in Odoo. So yeah, for sure.
Okay, so no more questions. So maybe we can conclude the session here.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
Thanks for being there. Of course, if you have any question or any extra question, don't hesitate to contact our sales team. You can ask extra question about the new version and feel free to use it. And we hope we will be happy with the new features.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.